All right, so there's an aspect of having a YouTube channel that I've somewhat neglected, and there's no somewhat about it. I've neglected it for over a month, and I forget it's there. Okay, um, and that's the messages tab, the discussion where you guys send me a private message. So let's go ahead and the reason that I noticed this is because somebody said to me a week ago, "Do you ever check the discussion page?" After posting there twice, I realized there weren't many posts, and you might not have. I got two good ones, I think, but I've been told I could hurt myself, so who knows? Um, yeah. No, I haven't been checking the page. I haven't been. Um, and then somebody pointed out that there was a video that my full name showed up on, which I didn't think of, but yeah, it did. I can see it right now. I haven't really worried too much about my full name coming out because my full name was kind of out there when the channel started, and it happens every now and then. So I'm not overly concerned, but thank you for the heads up. Somebody pointed out that Tuukka Rask had the best save percentage of all time. All goalies that have played at least one full season, which is funny because I thought Corey Schneider had that record. So, um, and I'll message Spicy Pokecheck about something that he posted on there a week ago. And somebody asked, "Hey, don't want to bother you. I hope you didn't think I didn't. I hope it wasn't my email that you thought was trolling you." No. Um, when people ask to help me with the channel, I don't usually know how to respond. I know that I'm okay with what I have and what I have to do with the channel, and that as a basically for the most part, I can't say it's a hobby anymore. I really can't because um, the videos I post I think about all day, every day. For instance, this hat I just got this from Yvonne like 10 minutes ago. My future mother-in-law apparently had this at her house, and when she saw it, she said, "Wow, that's hideous," or something along those lines. And it is, and it matches the hideousness of my orange and gold jerseys, and I love that. Um, so I mean, even the clothes I wear, I'm consciously aware of what I'm wearing during the day, and I go, okay, wait, I wore X jersey for a video yesterday. I have to make sure I don't wear that today. Like I try to make sure that I plan my whole day out. So it's not really a casual thing as it was, but it is. Jersey I'm looking for, found a Swedish auction site. It says CCM on the tag on the inside, but starter on the back next to the NHL logo. That means it's a fake. So I'm sorry that it took me 4 weeks to answer this. And man, I'm a prick, but thanks for messaging me. And then it has C, but straightforward name Bure. Bure was never the team captain of the Canucks. So right there, you've got a fake, anyways. Pavel Bure was never a team captain for the Canucks, unless it's not a Canucks jersey. Actually, he doesn't specify whether it's a Canucks jersey or not. But I don't know that Pavel Bure was ever a team captain. Maybe you guys can answer that. I don't think he ever was. I don't remember him being one in Florida. I don't remember him being one with the Rangers either. So I don't think he was ever a captain. Watching videos since the season, and you do a fantastic job. I don't comment a ton, but I pretty much watch every video you release. Just wanted to say thank you for talking hockey, as well as inspiring me to start my own channel covering the Hawks. Anyways, gave you a quick shout out my first video to say thanks. Do you have any quick tips or anything on how to talk in front of a camera so well? I need to grow with that. Best wishes. I've been asked that question before, and there is no fast and furious way of doing this. For me, it was a matter of, and then I'll get into sort of how I started doing this. When my ex-wife buggered off, and it's closing in on 3 years now since she did that, I'd always had her to talk to, and that was sort of my sounding post for everything. And then when she was gone, I was kind of on my own because I mean, my son was 15 at the time, and it's not like I can talk to him about everything. And I don't know, he was 14 at the time. Boy, oh, time flies. So I got a webcam and just started doing video diaries. And I just talked to this camera as I would talk to a friend of mine, or to, in that case, I would have talked to my ex when she was around, when we were friends, or so I thought we were friends. And it's evolved over the last almost 3 years. It's evolved into this. The best advice I would give somebody who's got their own channel is don't overthink it. I know there was a Steve Dangle video that I watched yesterday. I'm not. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. I'm not ripping into him. And I watched it, and I watched it with Yvonne, and she said she noticed all the cuts, and she said the cuts, for her, the cuts made the video seem longer, and it made it hard for her to watch. And I know other people really like all the cuts. And it's common for other YouTubers to just slice their videos. And I guess they must do multiple takes. And I'm going to use this piece from this one and this piece from this one. But all those jump cuts can be really off-putting. So I just do stream of thought, stream of consciousness. And yes, if this channel is ever my primary source of income, I will want to do a more of a show of it. I'd have my name on the bottom. I would have an intro video, like an intro song with video footage. For you guys who are on YouTube a lot, like the AVGN. AVGN has his song and he has his shtick, and then he gets into it. And then with Video Game Mondays, I'm trying to think, it's James and Mike Mondays. They have an intro for that as well, that they sometimes use, sometimes don't. And that's the kind of thing I'd like to get into. I'd also like to apologize right now. I do have a cold. Yvonne, being precious as she is, she has shared everything with me, even her illness. So, and I started feeling the sore throat and whatnot on my birthday. So I was like, wow, for my birthday too, this is just amazing. But all kidding aside, like, the best advice is just do what you do. I don't try to do what somebody else does, because it wouldn't be genuine. So for Steve, the way he does his videos, that's his way of doing them. And this is how I do them. Phil DeFranco has his own way of doing them. Phil DeFranco as well, he uses a lot of cuts. And he has his shtick. I know his opening line, "How you doing, you beautiful bastards?" I love that line, and it's like, oh, I wish I could have come up with that first. That's a great line for all your viewers. That's fantastic. There's a lot of good stuff that happens on YouTube. There's a lot of iffy stuff that happens on YouTube, and if you want to be the good stuff, just be yourself and just talk from the heart, and don't worry about views or subs, because what's funny is I've never worried about it. This channel just happened. It just got here. So I'm still trying. It gets harder. It's been harder for me over the last month and a half. A good example is when there's a hit like the Nyquist hit, or Marchand or something like that. I go, okay, I have to talk about this, because the number one thing that draws people in is controversy, and this is a controversial hit, controversial high stick, controversial poke check, controversial whatever it is. I have to talk about it because it draws people in, and I get more subscribers that way. I have to view it in that manner. I don't have a choice. Because if I don't, then I'm going to start losing ground, and people are going to be like, he doesn't talk about anything interesting anymore. He's afraid of offending anybody. Alright, so I paused to go out and get myself a Kleenex. Alright, let's move on. I love your videos, and been watching for a while. I'm not making much noise. I saw that you were looking for an LA Kings jersey. What size and demands do you have? Because I'm regularly looking for a jersey and found a semi-pro version on eBay for XL for $79. And I think I saw that one. Jerseys on eBay are funny, because I've spotted a lot of Kings jerseys that are similar to what I'm looking for. That are either for too much money over what I'm looking for, or there's something wrong with them, and I can see it. And in some cases, they might be stains, they might be tags, or snares. There's something with it that I look at and I go, that's a little worn, and I don't want to pay for it. Get it here, and then have to deal with an issue with it. Any jersey I've bought off eBay has been a quality item, and I've been very lucky that way. But I've been very picky with what I get on eBay. Hey there, I've not had a long time to follow your channel like I did early on, but I'm glad to see everything is on the up and up for you. Just goes to show if you stick to something you really enjoy, you can get out of a depression. Go Canucks, go! And it's true. If you look at videos I did during last summer and you look at videos I'm doing now, there's a total difference in my personality, in my overall joie de vivre, and yeah, it's pretty cool that things have turned around as much as they have, because they were pretty 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 low. And then there was somebody offering me to a streaming site for when I had no cable, and that was over 2 months ago. So there you go, guys. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to answer these messages, and I had thought, well, I can try to answer these, or I can just man up and say, you know what, I don't really pay much attention to that tab, to the messages on my channel, and I apologize, fess up, and because I haven't used names, um, you know, I haven't told any tales outside of school here, um, and if you're watching this video and you sent me a message, you will know that I'm talking to you. Um, and thanks. Thanks for everything. Because this channel really has been awesome, and I will be doing more videos later. Because of me being sick, I came home from work today at 1:30 and I passed out for 4 hours. So when I was gonna do videos, I'm like, I'm gonna do videos. Yvonne's going to the States, I'm gonna do videos. And I came in and I sat down and out, gone. So this is really kicking the crap out of me, but I'm going to soldier on, and I'm going to talk about some things going on in hockey. Um, Nyquist, there's been rumors about what he may get or what he may not. If you didn't watch Tim and Sid today, Sid Sixero really was spot on today in terms of his opinion about the Gustav Nyquist high stick. And he raised some and I'm glad I'm not the only person who's very frustrated right now with NHL player safety. Yeah, there's a lot of frustration going on. So I may do a video regarding that again tonight. I don't know. But thanks for watching. I'll be uploading more later. And thanks again.